What's up, you guys? Mitchell Gonzalez, that bearded guy. Hey, are you thinking about buying a home in Colorado in 2024 and wondering, is right now even the right time to buy a home? Well, you're in luck. Today, I'm going to answer whether right now is or is not the right time to buy a home in Colorado. So let's hang out. If you've seen one of my videos from the past, thanks for coming back. If you're checking out one of my videos for the very first time, make sure you do click that red subscribe button below, as I do post weekly content all about living in and moving to the Denver metro area. Along with that, as much as I love making these videos, I love helping people find their dream homes even more. So with that being said, guys, I am a licensed broker in the state of Colorado. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, invest in a home, whatever it may be, if you just have questions about real estate, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, or write me an email. I'm available 24/7 to answer any questions you may have. But with that being said, you guys, you're here to learn about if right now is the best time to buy a home in Colorado. I'll go ahead and preface this video by saying I am kind of biased on this answer because I am a realtor, it is my job, but there's also a reason why I got into real estate. It's because it's something I'm very passionate about. It's something that I really enjoy helping people find the right home for them, find their dream home, find a home that can put them in a solid equity position. And so for me, it's always a good time to buy a home, right? You hear a lot about interest rates and everything. I hate to tell you this, if you are currently renting a home, your interest rate is 100%. 100%. 100% of that money is going towards the owner of the home. So definitely, if you are financially capable, let's make the decision to go ahead and buy a home. It is definitely the right time. But I hear a lot of different things on, reasons why people do or do not want to buy a home. And one of the main things is people are waiting for the market to crash, right? You're waiting for a 2008.
This would be what, 5 years ago? Does it bother you to hear?
When all of a sudden prices were cut by like 50%. It was crazy. You could get homes super cheap. We're not going to have that huge crash. It could be argued that we did have that crash, and it was in 2022. Our prices across the Denver market, they dropped about 20%. Now, there's a little disclaimer with that because our prices also shot up about 20% from January 2021 until June of 2022. We had a absolutely huge price increase. Interest rates were at an all-time low. That's when you probably heard about your neighbor, selling their home, their friend buying their home, and they had to go in 20% above asking, waiving appraisal, waiving inspection. I wouldn't even say the market really crashed. I think it was really a correction over what happened the 6 months prior. But I think that's the closest thing we're going to get to a market crash out here is that 20% decrease. And guess what? The market has since then rebounded. So we're even higher than it was over that time frame. So the median home price for a single family home was about $622,000. The average home price was about $733,000. So both of those numbers put us at an increase year over year. So compared to January of 2023, we're at about 5.5% above that. So a market that a lot of people were kind of questioning on how the market is it stable? Is it going down? In this time of uncertainty, we were still up 5.5%, which is crazy. And to me, that's a healthy market. Like, yeah, it's great if you can go and make 20% year over year, but then you still have to buy. So I think we're kind of entering a phase in the market where we're going to be seeing 4-5% growth year over year, which is great. I mean, if you buy a home for $600,000 and it increases 5% over the next year, that's $30,000 that you got in equity just for owning a home year over year, and that's compounding. So the next year it might be $32,000, $33,000. So right now, from a price standpoint, it's not going to crash anytime soon. If anything, we're going to see it continue to appreciate. And right now, we're definitely at a fantastic time where you can capitalize on that appreciation. Next objection I hear, waiting for interest rates to go down. You and a lot of other people, right? So right now, obviously we had our rates in the 3s, 4s, and 2020, 2021, a little bit of 2022. And that's where we had that 20% growth year over year. So in my mind, I don't know if we're gonna see them go into the 3s and 4s anytime soon. I can't really see it, and I don't think that's really healthy. Right now, they're kind of in the mid 6s. They're kind of hanging out there.
How you doing?
I think in November, they actually shot above 8%. So compared to where they were at the end of the year, we have been seeing a little bit of a decline where they've kind of been hovering in the mid 6s. The Feds still feel like the economy is strong enough that we don't need to lower them. So if you're waiting for interest rates to drop, don't do it. Find a home where the monthly payment works for you. When rates do drop, then you can refinance and get a better payment, because guess what's gonna happen? If interest rates do drop below 6 into the 5s, there's gonna be a lot of buyers coming out of the woodworks, and then we're gonna start seeing those homes 10, 15% above asking again. So definitely want to beat that rush if you can. Next important thing I'm going to talk about is average days on market. Right now, the average days on market is right around 48 days. That might sound like a lot, and compared to where it has been, it's a little higher. Now, keep in mind, there's homes that are priced super high. There's new builds that they just leave on the market. That kind of gets that number to increase a little bit. If a home is priced right, if it shows well, if it's taken well care of, it's still going to go first weekend. But with that being said, there is some leniency when it comes to days on market where they're sitting around. So you might be able to find a home that's been on the market for a few weeks where you can get a good deal on it. So with that being said, if there is a home that you like and you want it, let's go get an offer in on it. Next important stat I'm going to talk about is your month supply of inventory, which is at 1.3 months. And what that means is if no more homes hit the market, then the current inventory will last about 1.3 months. Really, our inventory is actually still really low compared to where it historically is, but our buyer pool is also pretty low as well, just because of the buyers that are waiting for the interest rates and everything. So that means that even though inventory is low, there's still, it's not as crazy as it could be. There were times last year where we were at 0.3, 0.4 months supply of inventory, meaning weeks worth of inventory gone like that.
Precisely. Whoa, this is heavy.
So at least we're over 1. 4% is what's considered healthy. But compared to where we've been the last couple of years, the month supply is higher than it has been, which means that it is becoming more buyer friendly. There are homes available for you to go take a look at it. Last thing I'm gonna go over with you guys is the list to sale percentage. So basically this factors in when a home is first listed, that price, and then what it sells for. But if a home was listed at 100,000, it's gonna sell on average for 98,500. So this is important because homes are on average going for less than what they're listed for. For a while there, we were at 106, 107%, meaning that's where you need to start your offer to even be competitive. So being below the normal list price means that it is becoming more buyer friendly. It means that there is room to negotiate a little bit. There is room for potential, seller concession at closing. All 4 of those things combined, in my mind, make it an ideal time to buy a home. So if you're thinking about buying, let's make the decision and get after it, find a home for you. Hopefully this video helped you answer some questions on if right now is the right time for you to buy a home. If you have any other questions about real estate, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, write me an email. I'd be happy. A little bit of a tongue twister. Be happy to answer any questions you may have. If you have questions about these stats, want to talk more about the market, obviously I'd be happy to do that. Give me a call. Make sure you do click that red subscribe button below, as I do post market updates. What it's like living in Denver, the metro area, Boulder, the Front Range, really. So with that being said, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. That bearded guy, signing off.